Different syllabic boundaries in various dictionaries? Consider, for instance, the word university. American Heritage, U middle dot me middle dot ver middle dot c middle dot tie, Collins Cobold, uni vertical bar ver vertical bar city, Merriam-Webster, uni middle dot ver middle, the c middle dot tie. As you see, syllabic boundaries differ. I read somewhere that this is codified by orthographic conventions. So, does this mean that there's no standard, even in purely American or British dictionaries?
Syllables, which are a unit of spoken language and nothing per se to do with punctuation or hyphenation, are generally considered to be governed by something called the maximum onset principle, meaning that a syllable consists of a vowel at its center or nucleus and at its two edges, the onset and coda, 0 or more consonants, with the coda first filled with as many consonants as the language in question allows. These are the principles of syllabification, and you'll find a few corner cases. In English, for example, in a word such as strengths, it might be argued that the final s actually functions as though it were a vowel, forming the nucleus of a syllable. In a word such as university, which intuitively appears to have 5 syllables, in actual pronunciation it's not clear that the I really heads a syllable but might in fact get merged into the coda of the previous syllable. Within a language, different speakers can syllabify some sound combinations differently. For example, to most speakers from England, film consists of 1 syllable, to most speakers from Wales, it consists of 2 syllables. In Spanish, the word atlas is probably syllabified atlas by a speaker from Spain and atlas by a speaker from Mexico. But, barring these occasional corner cases, the principle I've just mentioned holds pretty much across languages, and there's reasonable consistency and predictability in how speakers of a given language syllabify. Then, loosely based on syllabification, are rules of hyphenation. Taking something close to real syllable divisions as a starting point, in various languages these are then modified so as not to split up parts of a word that go together as a unit, or to avoid odd-looking hyphenations. So in university, one might avoid hyphenating as university as it looks a bit odd leaving one letter on its own and also splits up the unit uni. The rules might also take account of spelling phenomena which don't reflect pronunciation. So for example in English, there might be a rule to always place a hyphen between consecutive letters representing consonants even where phonologically there is no corresponding syllable break. For example immune, only one, M, is actually pronounced. There's no God-given, universally agreed upon rules for hyphenation, but there are preferences of individual editors and style guide writers. And as I say, syllabification is more or less consistent, but not 100% so. So dictionary syllabifications will differ because, A, what they are giving may or may not be syllabification in the true sense, and, B, there's not necessarily a consensually agreed syllabification or hyphenation. My recommended rules of hyphenation in English. Never hyphenate words. In 2011, what is the real need to hyphenate words? If you absolutely must hyphenate, just leave the hyphen wherever your word processor puts it. There are more important things in life for you to worry about. Of course, if you are writing the hyphenation algorithm of a word processor, then you need to care a little more, but that's about the only occasion I can think of. If you're writing in a more agglutinative language like German or worse Finnish, where you get an average of about 2 words per line of A4, then I would posit that there is more of a case for hyphenation.
Those dots in Merriam-Webster do not denote syllables. Note that Merriam-Webster gives this pronunciation for university, clearly showing 5 syllables. I expect this is the same for Collins Cobold. The dots and pipes show hyphenation points.
As a rule of thumb, a syllable has only 1 vowel sound, or a diphthong. So uni and city have 2 vowel sounds. There may be exceptions, as usual in linguistics, but that's a starting point for you.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.